If all people spoke only the truth, the world would likely change in profound and complex ways. Here's a look at some potential consequences. 1. Radical transparency. Every word spoken would be honest and without omission, leaving no room for deception. This radical transparency could drastically change personal relationships, business dealings, and politics. Personal relationships. While honesty might seem like a virtue, it could strain or even destroy some relationships. For example, in cases where people may feel hurt by brutal honesty, does this dress make me look fat? The answer would always be true, regardless of its impact. People might need to develop new ways to communicate effectively and with compassion, even when truth is the only option. Business and politics. Companies and governments might find it harder to maintain privacy or negotiate deals without revealing too much information. Political leaders, for example, would be unable to spin their messages or hide critical information from the public, potentially changing the way power is wielded. 2. End of deception. Lying, manipulation, and misinformation would be eradicated. There would be no room for trickery, whether in sales tactics, advertising, or diplomacy. Trust in institutions might increase as people could rely on the absolute honesty of the information provided. However, it could also lead to a collapse of certain industries built on persuasion and marketing. 3. No secrets. If everyone spoke only the truth, secrets, both personal and societal, would disappear. People wouldn't be able to hide aspects of their lives, their pasts, or even their intentions. This could lead to a loss of privacy, forcing people to live more openly than they might be comfortable with. Family dynamics, friendships, and even professional environments might become increasingly difficult to navigate without the buffer of privacy. 4. Moral and ethical dilemmas. Honesty might not always align with kindness. In some situations, telling the truth could cause harm, and the decision about when to be brutally honest could become morally and ethically complicated. For example, harmful truths. If someone is terminally ill but doesn't know it, would you tell them the truth even if it causes them distress? Or, conversely, how might you handle a situation where you know someone is deeply in love with someone who doesn't feel the same way? Social harmony versus truth. Social harmony could be at risk, as honest speech might cause unnecessary friction or discomfort in everyday interactions, especially in diverse and pluralistic societies where opinions and values often clash. 5. Impact on creativity. The world of art, literature, and entertainment might suffer, as fiction, which is often based on deception or creative reinterpretations of reality, would no longer be possible. Writers, filmmakers, and artists may need to find new ways to express themselves, possibly shifting toward exploring truths in a more abstract or philosophical sense rather than through storytelling or fantasy. 6. Reduction of manipulation and corruption. On a societal level, manipulation, fraud, and corruption would likely decrease. If politicians, business leaders, and influencers could not hide their true motives or intentions, the world might become more equitable and transparent. However, this could also cause challenges in diplomacy, as every nation would know the true intentions of others, possibly leading to more intense global tensions or conflicts. 7. Social and psychological effects. People might experience emotional exhaustion from constant truth-telling. Humans often use lies, half-truths, and omissions as a coping mechanism, whether to protect others' feelings, avoid confrontation, or hide personal vulnerabilities. A society based solely on truth could lead to higher levels of stress, anxiety, or even depression, as people struggle to cope with the full weight of their reality. Psychological impact. Some truths are simply too heavy to bear. People might feel exposed, vulnerable, or judged. Without the option of social tact or deflecting uncomfortable truths, social interactions might become increasingly difficult. 8. Increased accountability. Since no one would be able to hide their actions, accountability in both personal and professional spheres would increase. Crimes, unethical behaviors, and personal mistakes would be laid bare. On one hand, this could reduce crime rates, as lawbreakers wouldn't be able to lie about their actions. On the other, it could result in more punishment or societal rejection due to past actions that would have previously been concealed. 9. Changes in conflict resolution. Disputes and conflicts could become much more straightforward, as both parties would be forced to confront the truth without any room for evasion. However, this could also lead to a rise in tension and confrontation. Negotiations and diplomatic relations might become more adversarial, as participants would be forced to confront the full extent of each other's positions without room for compromise or strategic misdirection. 10. Potential for growth and healing. While there would certainly be challenges, a world of truth could also foster personal and collective growth. People might be able to heal more effectively from trauma or misunderstandings because there would be no hiding from the root cause of their issues. Societal healing and progress might occur as individuals and groups address their problems with full transparency, leading to more genuine connections and a clearer path forward. Conclusion. In a world where everyone spoke only the truth, society would face dramatic shifts in relationships, work, politics, and culture. While the absence of deception could lead to a more equitable and transparent world, it would also introduce new challenges, especially regarding privacy, emotional well-being, and conflict resolution. It would likely create a world of greater authenticity, but also one that demands new ways of thinking, communicating, and living.